Let me put it to you this way, Robo Rapist Knight, Bernard LaChance, and Perlita, without listing all the people out. Let me put it to you this way, Bernard LaFaga LaChance, and All-American Antilla Man, Oyster Cracker Man. You have the Nimitz. Okay? They could put a Latin long on it, a GPS coordinate on it. And then, like I said, you guys like my dad's stuff so bad, just like the Hemin radio antenna, the satellite dish. So where he put the satellite dish at Pickens Street and Jamaica Street, they can put GPS coordinates on where the pole is. Triangulation. Okay, Bernard? Okay? And like a big tape recorder, like Minority Report or whatever. Right? Okay? They have a mathematical value. And then they can go from my birth date, October 14th, 1979 to present date. So you have a timestamp. Right? So they can take every movie and then all the students at Dalton, Cunningham, Columbia, Rangeview, and they can basically go back and forth just with that one math calculation alone. And all the movies that were ever made, and then HBO, NBC, and PBS, since the dude likes to make fun of Robo Rapist Knight, like to make fun of PBS or whatever. They can sit there, and the government can do this probably, or the tech companies, anybody who wants to make a model, and they can sit there and mathematically come up with a number, or they can physically come up with a pictorial view, and they can watch it go back and forth. All right. Then all they'd have to do, Bernard, if the government is really that good, is my walk down the 101 and all that from San Francisco down. All the cities I stopped in, even Paso Robles where I walked around and nothing really happened, even though he persists up there. They can prove he's a fucking liar. Okay? And then all the cities that I stopped and walked through, and the cop that in Santa Barbara, all that, right? Just on that one line of the 101 alone, they can sit there and go all my walking and watch people move. You could actually find missing persons this way, and whatever. That's what the military and the FBI, CIA, the tech companies, Lockheed, and all them can do. NASA can do. Yeah, we got to listen to Robo Rapist Knight and pretend to be God with Bernard going shh, and Dave going you kill him. All that fucking noise. Do you notice something about the people out here, Bernard, with all your noise with Red Randy and you guys' broadcast of shit everywhere? Supposed I, Harry, and Bernard, and Perlita, as we have to listen to you yap, Karen. They're moving forward. They're actually evolving and adapting through. They're pushing through the shit. You know why you're getting separated from the Earth, Bernard? And we have to hear this stuff. The Earth is actually evolving as it's orbiting, and the people are. So you're actually getting a lesson, Bernard of LaFaga, of LaCarney, of LaChance, and Perlita. What happens when you do something that's unfavorable to the planet? You stay, it's like memorializing Jonestown or any of the war history. You guys stay in one place as the thing moves forward, and we got to hear that shit, Bernard. You're out of sync. 3 or 4 times in a row, the more and more you guys tell the Carney lie story. But only supposedly Dave and the Robo-Faggot Knight and all them are allowed to go around and do whatever they want, steal shit or whatnot. Get it, Robo Knight? Clicker boy? Thanks for the click, 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 when you guys were screwing around with Bailey. Get it? You're getting your answer, Bernard LaFaga LaChance. I've never even got to meet Kim yet, but they have a restraining order, so they have Anna Beswick and Jay Beswick in the courtroom. They got their restraining order. They know I never came near the girls. Man, Jay Beswick's sitting on the powerhouse there, man. And Anna Beswick, there's one. Then the Schwartzes, nothing happened really there. They got another powerhouse. Boom, boom. Hilton's, Bowman's, Kennedy's. Boom, 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 boom. You really want come on, Bernard. Come on. So that's all the Navy and them got to do. They made it. You guys have given them the intelligence powerhouse strategy of a lifetime. Like I said, every military man's dream come true. So, like I said, Red Randy and you guys, you wanted to be free. And the military and the FBI, CIA, and the tech companies and all that let you guys be free hillbillies, carnies, ghetto life, all that, Bernard. So be careful what you wish for. Because what you're actually getting proof for, Bernardo LaFagala, Dave and Perlita and your group, however big and small, is that you're the terrorists. Get it, Robo Rapist Knight? An all-American 1961 amphibious spaceman, blue boy boxes? Hillary's? Joe? Understand? Show off, Joe, of Zion, Eden, and Atlantis when you're not the Jehovah God over it, or the earth, Joe. So if you embrace the devil, David, or whatever entity that is, Harry, and you run down there back and forth, Bernard, and the carnies, they already get their answer on who Team Dumb Shit is, and the murderers are. Correct? 3 times in a row, you guys run your plus in a row, you run your torture box. And you guys boast about your crimes. Like I said, they're even putting it in the news publications. But guess what? New York Times, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, all that. It's the San Diego Reader, City Beat. They get to pound down on the group of you for being stupid, for ruining all the stuff out here, Bernardo LaCarney. So if you guys get to show off, why don't they? So like I said, I think the FBI, CIA, since you guys made fun of them, Gordon, got their golden with their 150 million team workers of the military and the police officers, firefighters of San Diego and the earth, from New York all the way down, Bernard. So you don't want to be that big of an ego to show off, Perlita, because they prove some stuff about you and your team. So be careful, be charming, and trying to claim to be Jehovah bidded bad for Bernard, because like I said, Joe, Harry, Bernard, Hillary's Robo Knight, they start to find out everything about you people. And it might not be favorable to the conditions of the planet Earth or space, as you guys profess to be from, David. It might not be favorable to anything. And maybe that's why your country down there, Robo Knight, of the Spaniards or the Mexicans, whatever you want to claim, has a problem. Because you guys keep doing this Carney story with Red Randy and all them. And you guys are making your people sick. And then making our people sick. And it just doesn't penetrate in your skull. They want you guys to stop doing that so they can actually maybe help you all not have to be sick. But if it doesn't sink in your brain first, Joe Bernard, and you go down there with Perlita or whatever and tell a bullshit story because you want to be top fag, they'll let you be top fag and be sick and die that way. Get it, Bernardo LaFagala chance? If you want to be a good leader, whether it's on the bad team or the good team, you got to use your brain, dude. I chose to help your military in the fighter pilots because I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I wanted to fly a jet like the Blue Angels. But I can't. You guys poke out my eyes and stuff like that, and you put that screaming fucking hiss in everybody's ear, Bernard. That's all that guy's ever done. And it gets old. So if that's what you guys like, you got your torture chamber there, Bernard, and your team. We'll put a homing signal on it and let you guys tell your little Carney story, trillions of dollars in debt. But guess what, Bernard, Harry, Perlita, Dave, Hillary's Robo Knight, all American, you'll still be liars. So there's a problem that man doesn't want to recognize, and so he sits down there and goes, I'm gonna just make a bullshit story. And guess what? Then they can put the negative 19 trillion in his bank account forever, and he can stare at that, knowing that he's the biggest dumb shit to ever live.